Bitcoin has reached 27,000 today, and today is December 28th, 2020. And it's higher than it's ever been in the past. So if you look back at the 2018 history, this is more than the highest point. There's many videos on the web about how to buy, sell. I'm going to focus on a few tips for Canadian investors who want to buy and sell Bitcoin. First, if you've never bought Bitcoin before, go on any of the top exchanges and sign up for an account. That will take generally a couple days to a couple weeks. So if you haven't done so already, do that right away. So the top ones, for example, by volume, there's Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, and I'm going to talk a lot about Gemini later. And generally, they will ask you to provide ID, so uploading a photo ID online when you sign up for an account, and takes them days to verify that ID. And that's why you got to do this right away. So in terms of how to get money into these accounts, so we're looking at the Gemini website right now. The bank transfers are only available to people in the US, which means there's no easy or cheap way to get your money into the account. You can do a wire transfer from your bank to them, but that would cost generally somewhere between $40 and $50 per transaction. So I always like to think of fees in terms of two steps. So for example, if you want to buy a stock with CIBC, you first have to transfer money from your CIBC checking account into your investment account, and then buy the stock on your investment account. It's free for you to make that first transfer from your checking to the investment, and there's about a $7 fee to purchase the stock. So if the stock is $1,000 and you have $1,000, you can't actually buy it. You got to have $1,000 and an extra $7 for the transaction fee. What's different about Bitcoin is that first step costs money. So to get money from your bank account into your Bitcoin trading account, the wire transfer fee is about $50. So keep that in mind. Now let's look at the actual transaction fees. Coinbase is a very popular trading platform. It's not an actual exchange. You buy directly from Coinbase, the company, and they charge a 4% fee in Canada. So that's quite significant. So and this is the transaction fee. So if you pay $1,000, $40 is taken off as transaction fee. So if you want to buy Bitcoin, or if you want to buy Ethereum at $1,000, you actually have to pay $1,040 to get that one Ethereum. Wealthsimple is a well-known company in Canada, and they've talked about a few regulated exchanges that's safer. So they mentioned Binance, Gemini, and Coinbase. Gemini is one that is very well known to be regulated. However, the problem with them is they ask for your social insurance number when you sign up for an account in Canada, and that might have tax implications later. So one of the companies in Canada before is called Quadracx, and that's the one that was originally only exchanges in Canada that you can trade. They went down in 2018. So right after that 2018 price crash, their CEO mysteriously died and the company closed, and any money or any Bitcoin you left in the account there are gone forever. So that's why keeping things in exchanges are so risky. And that's why you might want to stick with these safer ones to start. So here's a chart looking at the Bitcoin trading with different currencies. So for example, US dollar and Canadian dollar. What I want to highlight here is, for example, in the Kraken exchange platform, which is one of the biggest ones, there's 112 Bitcoins traded today, whereas in Canadian dollars, whereas there's 8,000 done in US dollars. The difference in volume is about 80 times. So what that means is there's not much trading in the Canadian dollar currency. So if you deposit Canadian dollars into your trading account, whether it's on Kraken or on Gemini, and you want to buy Bitcoin, you might not be able to get the market price because there's so little volume that if no one wants to sell you at the market price, you have to wait for the next seller. So which is why you want to always trade in USD if possible, because the market's so big, it's more liquid. You'll always find buyers and sellers at the market price. What are the trading fees for Gemini? So again, this is that step 2 we were talking about earlier. This is not about how much fee they charge to get money into the account. That is the wiring fee, which is $50. This is the trading fee. So you already have the money in your account. Just to buy a stock, or in this case, a Bitcoin, they charge you a fee. And their fee is pretty significant. So that's 1.49% of your order, plus what they call a 0.5% convenience fee. So total, that's 2%, which means you already have $1,000 in your account and you want to buy some Bitcoin worth $1,000, you got to pay $20 to get that. So compare that to stocks, where, for example, on CIBC or TD, you buy a stock, it's a $7 flat fee for the transaction. Here it's $20 if you're buying $1,000, for example. Now, if you sign up for their active trader platform, which this doesn't come by default, so when you get an account with them, you don't get this active trader interface. I had to actually contact their customer service, and it says on their website you should contact them to get active trader activated. So keep that in mind. But if you do get this, then you can get a much lower transaction fee. So let's call that 0.35%. So compared to $20 before, now it's going to be $3.50. Kraken, which is another big US exchange, charge a lower fee. So whereas it was 0.35 before, it's 0.26 here. The problem with Kraken is they're less regulated, so more risky as an exchange, but they don't ask for your social insurance when you sign up for an account. Now, they're not as, I don't think Kraken is as compatible with Canadian addresses, I think. Well, you'll see when you try to sign up an account there. So Coinbase is, again, the most expensive. They're charging 4% for a transaction. So if you found the video helpful and want to bookmark it for later, hit the like button. Later on, you'll be able to find it in your liked video section. And this is it. I'll see you next time.